All right, sup guys, welcome back to the channel. Too Easy Sports Betting. I'm Trice Too Easy, and you are now tuned in to the #1 sports betting show in America, in the world. Anyways, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you've been here, take a second, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. It helps my channel a lot. It's one of the best things you can do to support me, and it takes like 5 seconds. So thumbs up, leave a comment. And lastly, if you want to join the #1 sports betting community and Discord on Earth, it'll be in the pinned comment and in the description of the video. Come tap in, come join us. We get in the bag over there, guys. And I don't say this just to boast. I think I have the best sports betting community being built ever, and I'm being dead serious. Like, the people in there, the group of people in this Discord are just some of the coolest people I've ever like talked to, that I haven't like met in person, but just talk to. I talk to these people every day. Everybody in there is just cool and level-headed and getting to a bag of money, and everybody's kind of just helping each other. And if you're losing a lot, they're gonna help you out and pull you up, make you feel better, and they're gonna keep you going. If you're winning a lot, they're gonna hype you up. And you know, they bounce ideas and share plays, and it's just, man, just wanted to shout out the Discord community, because these guys are, everybody in there is just dope. A lot of women and men in there, and everybody's just dope, man. But anyways, guys, if I hit 500 Discord users by January 1st, 2025, I'm gonna do a $500 giveaway. I'll pick 5 members and I'll give away 100 each, just to celebrate hitting 500. That's my goal for the end of the year. Maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. Anyways, all right, today we are going to review the NFL slate, and well, the one game we have, which is Chiefs and the Bucks. Then we're gonna go into the NBA slate. We're gonna do a full slate review. We got hella NBA games tonight. And then I'm gonna get you out of here with a bag to crack these folks. We got straights, we got player props, parlays will be posted in the Discord. But anyways, before I get into the video, I have an announcement. My daughter was born yesterday on Sunday, November the 3rd at like 3-4 a.m. So I'm on top of the world right now. She's beautiful, she's healthy, mom's fine, and life is very good. Yeah, man, I got a story to tell you guys. Apparently I'm crazy, because, okay, look, so first of all, she was in a lot of pain. They want to put her in a jacuzzi, right? So I'm on high alert, because I'm like, yo, why are we in water right now, right? So my heart's racing, because I'm like, why are we in water? What if the baby drowns? That's where my mind, I don't know how this works. So she's trying to tell the doctors, like, hey, I think the baby's coming. Like, I gotta push, the baby's coming. And the doctors were like, nah, there's too much cervix. There's too much cervix. You can't push. You'll tear your cervix. The baby's not coming. Don't worry. She's like, no, the baby's coming. Another doctor comes in, checks her cervix. No, you have too much cervix. The baby's not coming. The doctor leaves. I'm in there with 2 nurses who look like they 22 years old. And my lady's like, the baby's coming. Boop, fucking head pops out in the water. In the water. I look down, there's my daughter's head in the water. So I'm like, oh, hey, baby. I reach down there and snatch the baby out. I guess technically of my woman. I snatched the baby out. I'm not gonna lie, I took by the head, just snatched the baby out. Then she just floated in the water, so I pick her up out the water. I'm like, hey, baby. And now they all giving me a crazy look, like I'm fucking crazy. I'm the bad guy, because I saved my daughter's life. Because apparently when the baby come out, it can be in the water. It like can breathe in the water. So, listen, they're trying to convince me that the baby was fine in the water, because the point of the story is, now I'm crazy because I want to snatch the baby out and save her life. So now I'm crazy. Now everybody looking at me like I'm the one with a problem. Like, oh yeah, sure, the baby could breathe in water. Anyways, so, but yeah, all's well. They healthy, and yeah, I think personally I could be a delivery doctor at this point. Anyways, let's get into it, guys. Review yesterday real quick. Back to the normal scheduled program. Yesterday review. For Sunday's slate, I went 5 wins, 4 losses, +1. Broncos and the Ravens. I'm shocked that the Ravens did what they did to the Broncos defense. I didn't think that it wasn't that I thought the Ravens were going to lose. I just thought the Broncos could slow that. Man, nothing can stop that offense. The only way the Ravens lose is by a team who out offenses them, or they just have an off day. I don't know. They're very inconsistent, but my God, they cooked the Broncos. Chargers look like shit after beating the Ravens, I guess. And then the Dolphins and the Bills, again, I guess. Like, the Dolphins just kept getting lucky, in my opinion. Then I cooked up later on the damn Lions team total. It was at 24. They had I thought they had like 21 or something in the first half, and they just couldn't get it. I don't know. We go 5-4, and then I had a huge parlay that paid thousands. It was Bijan Robinson to get 80. I had him at 90 yards and 100 yards. I had Bijan Robinson and a Kane. What the hell is the Kamala, the Saints running back and the Falcons running back. I had Kamala and I had Robinson. Kamala gets 140 yards. He checks both parlays, the 90 and the 100 ladder. Robinson has 43 yards in like the first quarter, then doesn't get a touch the second quarter at all. Comes out third quarter, gets up to 73 yards. I mean, it's looking like it's going to cash. We get to the fourth quarter. He has 85 yards. He needs 5 yards. Gets hit for a 4-yard loss, goes down to 81, then gets another 5-yard plays and finishes at 86. It was just a sickening hook. They literally quit giving the guy the ball. It didn't make any sense because they were ahead and they were running all over these guys, and then they just quit giving them the ball. So I ended up cashing both out. I went up about $1,800 from the parlays, and then I went 5 and 4 on straight. So I had a great day. People who cashed out had a great day. People who didn't, they got cooked on the parlay. Still would have went +1, but got cooked on the parlays for the day. Cashing out, guys, I have definitely learned to just take the profit. You guys saw the other day I cashed out $8,000 worth of winnings for like $900, but I still made $900 that day. This time I would have cashed out about 4,000 of winnings if he did get one big run. Instead, I took 1,800 of winnings. To me, it was still, I prefer to just net profit. Some people do, some people don't. It is what it is. All right, guys. Anyways, so you just got to go with your gut when it comes to that shit. Anyways, let's review the football game here. Let me get this pulled up so you guys can actually see it. Let's do this, hit this, just to show. Okay. All right, so Chiefs and the Buccaneers. I would have to lean, I think if I were to bet this game, I would have to lean for the over 45.5, and I would have to lean the Buccaneers +9. The Chiefs have only beat a couple teams by double digits. I think they beat the Saints by like 10 or something, and they beat one other team by more than 9. The thing is, guys, the Buccaneers are not a bad team. They're very good, and they're very strong offensively. I don't like taking point spreads versus teams where their offense is so good because they can typically keep up, especially when they're put in positions where they have to score. Do I think the Buccaneers win this game? No, I do not. But do I think they keep it within a touchdown? Yes. The Chiefs have not honestly been that impressive to me. We got to see how DeAndre Hopkins helps their passing because their passing has been really rough. I think he might be in a position to have a big game, but we'll see. His first game, he only had 30, 40 yards, but he was still learning the playbook. He was only in like 23 plays. I'm assuming he knows the playbook now and is in on all the snaps as a wide receiver 1 for them. But we have to see. I mean, the Buccaneers, they have firepower, and Cade Otton is a dog, and they really didn't look like they slowed down much. Even with Baker, with what the hell's his name? Not Mayfield. I forget his name every damn week. Anyways, their best receiver is injured, right? We know that. That said, though, I mean, Cade Otton stepped up. He's looked great. He had 100 yards and 80 yards his last 2 games. I think he continues to fire, and I just think that the Buccaneers can move the ball on the Chiefs defense. The Chiefs run defense is excellent. Their pass defense is not that impressive. It's okay, and the Chiefs they continue to throw interceptions, man. Patrick Mahomes continues to struggle with his decision making and pass. He keeps throwing picks. So I think it's a shootout, high scoring. The only reason why I'm not going to bet the over is both these teams have great red zone defense. So even if there's I think this is a great game to be parlaying. A lot of offensive yards, a lot of rushing yards, a lot of passing yards, a lot of big plays. But is it going to be high scoring? It's hard to tell. On the other hand, I like the Buccaneers +9, but do they get blown out? Do they produce offensively? I think so. I want to say that, but I'm not certain enough to even bet it. So where I'm actually going to be at today is I'm on Baker Mayfield over 22.5 completions, and I'm on Cade Otton over 59.5 receiving yards. These two are so free to me. I think Cade Otton. And the Chiefs' number 1 cornerback is hurt. I can't think of his name right now, but he's injured. So there's nobody to even cover Cade today. Cade should be having a fucking field day. Baker Mayfield's gonna pass because that's just what the Bucs do. And let me show you guys the prop screen real quick so you can see like where the stats have been at for the year so far. Should have did this first here. Let me see. Okay, so Baker Mayfield, I mean, he's hit it 75% of the time anyways. And since his passing completions have ramped up. They're running less and passing more. I mean, they are passing constantly. You got 24 completions, 31 completions, 37 completions. Like, this is insane. The only time he missed it once versus the Falcons, but the next game he got 37, and he missed it once versus the Lions. So yeah, for me, No way I'm not betting this. It's like, it's just so free to me. And then Cade Otton over 52.5. Again, this is what I was talking about. 100 yards his last 2 games since, why can I ever think of this guy's name? I always forget the Buccaneers wide receiver's 1 name. Always. It's so frustrating. Anyways, since he got injured and Cade became wide receiver 100 yards and 81 yards. So he is the main target. The Chiefs' #1 cornerback is hurt. To me, these 2 plays today are just locks. I love them. And that's where I'm at. I'm not even going to try to pick a side in the game. Just give me Baker Mayfield with his completions and give me Cade Otton over 59.5 receiving yards. Those are the 2 NFL plays that I am on today. Okay, guys. Now, let's get into the basketball slate. Before I do, this is Bet Any Sports. They sponsor all my videos along with Outlier, which is the data tool you just saw. Bet Any Sports, guys. It's in the description of the video and a pinned comment. It gives you, if you're in a state where you cannot use ESPN Bet or FanDuel, sports betting is not legal, you're out of the country, you're overseas, whatever the case may be. It's just like having FanDuel or ESPN Bet. You can do player props, you can do parlays. It's an overseas sports book. They have great odds on almost everything. So I would say, tap into it, see if you like it, see if it fits you. But a lot of people have been happy with this, and so I'm going to continue to keep the sponsorship, okay? Anyways, let's get into the NBA props. And again, guys, this is Outlier. They sponsor my videos as well. 7 days free if you use my link. It is necessary to be successful in sports betting. Best sports betting tool there is. Okay, Peyton Pritchard under 3.5 assists, guys. I just like the spot for him. I like the price at plus money. He's hit it 71% of the time. The only time he hit it was versus the Pacers and the Knicks, and to me that makes sense. Versus the Hawks, I don't see it happening. I'm pretty sure that Boston just balls on these boys, and I don't think Peyton even touches the ball very much. Because of that, I'm gonna just take his under assist. He's not a big assist guy. He's got 4 twice, so be it. Last year he hit this 70% of the time. Last 20, 85%. Last 10, 80%. Last 5, 80%. Head to head, he's only hit it once. And this season, he's hit it twice. So I like this play a lot. Next one, De'Aaron Fox, over 4.5 rebounds. Dude's been boarding like ridiculously. The Heat are not that great. And I think De'Aaron Fox just gets in there. I think the Kings just all around bully them. On defensive rebounds and offensive rebounds. So they have the advantage on both sides. For me, he's hit it a lot. I mean, 5, 6, 5, 7, 6 his last 5, 83% over 6 games. Head to head, he's hit this twice. He's gone 5 and 8 versus them. So I see no reason he can't get his boards tonight. I love the spot and I'm gonna lock it. Next prop I'm on, James Harden under 23.5 points. I think he's slowing down. He started 29, 23, 23, 19, 25. But then he went to 12 versus OKC. He had 19 versus the Trailblazers. Did decent versus the Suns here. He's done decent versus the Suns twice. They seem to be a team that kind of just like gives into him. I don't know. But tonight versus Spurs, I think he's going to struggle. I don't think it's a good spot for him at all. And because of that, I'm going to be on his under. And if you look at the points allowed, like they don't do great. So I'm gonna be on the under, man. I don't think James Harden wins by himself. I think he's slowing down, and he's either on or he's not. And I don't think this is a good spot for him. So I'm on James Harden under 23.5. I think he gets 20-ish points tonight. I think he almost gets it. Maybe we sweat a little bit, but I don't think it ends up being a loss. Okay, so let's actually review all the games, and then I'm gonna get you guys out of here. Let's get into this. Let's go right here. Okay, so. Let's get this first one pulled up. I'm hungry and shit, guys. I'm tired, man. I need to get back to the hospital. I had to do some work though. So, come home, do some work, do this. This is now a business, and then get back to it. I will not be that active tonight, guys. I'm going to be home with the family, chilling with the new baby. All right. Anyways, first game, we got the Bucks and we got the Cavs. Guys, I'm on the Cavs -7.5 at a great price of -106. Or I'll be on the over 230.5 at -110. I think the game goes very high scoring. I think it's pretty competitive. I still think the Bucks are struggling. I think maybe they're trying to figure it out, but they just don't look that good. And the Cavs, with their chemistry and their synergy, they look excellent. These Cavs are really hard to bet against right now. They look like possibly one of the top 3 teams in the league. Bucks have been disappointment after disappointment. They're not balling that well, but I do think they try to compete tonight. I think the Cavs score all over them. I think the Bucks score all over the Cavs. I think it's high scoring. Give me the over more so than the Cavs, but I like both of those. My actual locks will be at the end. Warriors and the Wizards, guys. I'm going to give these Wizards one more chance to cover a fucking spread. They cooked me, I think it was 2 days ago. when I took them versus the I think it was the Pistons. I don't know who it was. Anyways, they're so frustrating because they have so much potential and they look like they want to keep games close and then they blow it. However, these Wizards look fucking horrible. I mean, the Warriors look horrible. Very unimpressive. I don't know if Steph's even fully healthy. He ain't shooting great anyways. I think it's about time for him to go ahead and wrap it up. But yeah, Wizards plus 10. I'm going to give them one more chance to show me that they can actually play the damn game versus a Warriors team who is beat up and looks terrible. Okay, next, Lakers and the Pistons. Pistons plus 7.5, guys. I think this is great matchup for most of the players on the Pistons. I think Cade Cunningham has a really good night. LeBron scoring has not been that impressive. AD is very wishy-washy. Like, he should do more, but he just doesn't. I don't trust him. But Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, I think that they have really big nights. And I think it comes to, but the thing with the Pistons is they're moving the ball well. I think they have some decent synergy. Tobias Harris, Tim Hardaway Jr. is in there. I just think they have a great chance of even winning the game outright. So when you're giving me plus 7.5, I have to take it. AD and LeBron have not been that impressive to me. I think the key factor in this game is actually going to be, does Austin Reeves perform or not? If Austin's in there making a lot of plays and getting a lot of points, I think the Lakers might cover. But if Austin Reeves struggles at all and the Pistons are able to lock him up and be competitive with their scoring, I think the Pistons got it. I think the Pistons have quite an advantage of the overall roster and the bench too. Give me the Pistons plus 7.5. That's where I'd be. Celtics and the Hawks, guys. This one's a fade for me. Celtics in the Hawks game is a full fade. Reason being is, do I think that the Hawks win? Of course not. The Hawks have been terrible, but now they're starting to show some light, like maybe they're okay. And I just think 10 points is a lot. The Celtics like to pull their players pretty early. They like to rest a lot when they get ahead, and then they get it kind of close, then they just bring the starters back in and cook them. Then they get it kind of close and they bring it, but then they also pull them early in the fourth. So I think the Celtics, of course, will win. But they're so good that they kind of just pull players and keep games close and entertaining. I'm a fade the Celtics and Hawks game. I can't be on it. Next game today, guys. You got the Grizzlies and you got the Nets. I'm on the Nets plus 5, man. I do like the Grizzlies. I do think they look good, but at the same time, I also think the Nets look good. And I think the matchups for the full roster, I think the Nets have good matchups versus these Grizzly players. I think Cam Thomas has a big night. I don't know that anybody can stop him. Dennis Schroeder probably does okay. Then you have Jaren Jackson Jr. and Ja Morant for them Grizzlies. Ja, he's been playing different. He's like putting up 15, 20 points and very seems like his mindset's changed and he's trying to facilitate the games and facilitate the offense. Passing a lot, getting boards, making nice, smart decisions instead of just hooping over everybody like he could. Whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing is opinionated, just like LeBron. Why doesn't he just go to the bucket and dunk every fucking play instead of trying to facilitate the offense, right? I look at Ja the same way, bro. Just go in there and make a play happen. Why are you doing all this? But that's how he's playing. The team looks solid as a whole, but the problem is Cam Johnson, I think, has a great matchup. Dennis Schroeder has a good matchup. Cam Thomas has a good matchup. Even Jake LaVara has a good matchup. I don't see any way that the Grizzlies, I think the Nets win outright, man. I just think the matchups are too bad for them. I think the Grizzlies are the better team. I think they go further in the season, but the Nets, first, the Grizzlies specifically, player versus player, they have better matchups. I'm on the Nets plus 5. I love this play. Next, Kings and the Heat, full fade for me. Absolute full fade. I'm just going to not even talk about the games I'm fading. I'll be very quick. Kings look good. Heat, I thought they sucked, but they actually look pretty damn good. I don't know. I think it's a complete coin flip, so I'm not going to put no money on it. That's it. Jazz and the Bulls. Guys, give me the Bulls. Jazz are damn near a perma fade at this point. I have no faith in any of these players whatsoever. I don't know how anybody could. They just look terrible, guys. So, frankly, I'm just going to keep this one short because I don't have much time. Jazz sucks and the Bulls are good. Give me the Bulls minus 7.5. Good price of minus 112. That's where I gotta be. Next game, Knicks, Rockets. Knicks minus 2. I was gonna take them on the money line, but I think they cooked these Rockets by a lot more than 2. So give me the better price and just give me the minus 2. If I get hooked for it, my lesson will be learned. Rockets, I get it. They've had a game or two where they've looked decent, but the Knicks are coming alive. That synergy's starting to click. The chemistry's starting to look good. Cat's starting to do his thing. And Jalen Brunson's starting to ball better too. Along with that, Beasley looks good. So not Beasley, Bridges. Mikal Bridges looks good. OG and Anabundi looks good. Josh Hart looks all right. And frankly, the only player that the Rockets have who's even slightly threatening is Jalen Green, and he does not have a good matchup tonight. I think Jalen Brunson probably comes in here, puts up 30, 35. Cat probably puts up 25. And Bridges, OG, and Josh probably facilitate some points as well. I just don't think the Rockets stand a chance. This line is crazy to me. Knicks -2 is where I got to be at. Next game. Hornets and the Timberwolves. Now, some of you guys might be like, why are you not just barreling the Timberwolves? Problem is, man, these damn Hornets with LaMelo, bro. LaMelo will go no points and then just tweak up 5-3 straight and I cannot fade this Hornets team because they're so streaky. To me, it's just risky money putting it to fade them. If anything, I want to put money on them. You had LaMelo come out there, not do nothing, and then you're like, okay, I'm not betting him no more. Then by the end of the half, he's got 20 points out of nowhere. Miles Bridges looks solid. And the way these two, I don't know, man. I can't. It's literally just LaMelo. I'm not even gonna try to make a case. I can't fade LaMelo the way he's playing. He is a fucking dog, man. I get it. Ants on the Timberwolves. I think they compete. I think they have a good game, but I think LaMelo just doesn't get any respect on his pricing. I think the Hornets are just. God, I want to say I know the Timberwolves win, but I'm just not going to fade a team who can catch fire like the Hornets can. Not right now. I don't want to risk money on it. So I'd fade it, but I would lean Timberwolves laying the points. Magic and the Thunder. This is another game I'm fading, and it's just because the line is so much. It's 12.5. And mind you, the Thunder look amazing. I'm not going to even try to talk you out of it. I was 100% laying the points or laying it. With the Thunder, I was going to do it, and then I decided last second to just fade it because 12.5 is just so much. The Magic aren't terrible. They haven't looked good, but they're not terrible. The Thunder look excellent. I think they should win. Hell, they should blow them the fuck out. But 12.5 is just a lot more than I'm comfortable laying, really, with any team in any matchup. Okay? Next, Trailblazers and the Pelicans. I'm on the Pelicans money line at -134. I'm not going to overthink this. The Pelicans are just so much better. The Trailblazers look awful. Again, the Trailblazers' best player is Scoot Henderson. That's never going to be good. Fernie Simmons is terrible. That dude fucking sucks. I have no faith in him. He's just terrible. He runs down the court, chucks up a shot, runs down, chucks up. He doesn't do anything right. I don't like their big man at all. And then for the Pelicans, I mean, my God, you got Zion and Brandon. I mean, who stops them? They're just, and the problem is these Trailblazers are small and, in my opinion, weak. I don't know anyone who stops Zion today. I think he gets fucking 16 boards. I don't know anyone who stops Brandon Ingram. They don't have an athletic ability to even do that unless they start Scoot. Scoot could probably cover him, maybe. I don't see it. I don't see any way that these Trailblazers compete in this game. So I think this is like the freest play of the day. So I'm just going to take the Pelicans on the money line and call it. Okay. Next game, Pacers and the Mavs. Definitely want to lean the Mavs -4.5. These Pacers have been beyond unimpressive to me. They don't look like the same team. Their offense is struggling. It's slow. It's sluggish, and it's weak. It's similar to Trailblazers. They're like a better Trailblazers, just weak. I don't see any strength with them. Meanwhile, on the Mavs, we already know they're powerhouse. They look very good. My God, Kyrie has been balling too, like stepping up big time. Klay Thompson continues to stink it up, but he's still a threat at all times, especially versus a really like fast-paced three-point shooting team like the Pacers. I think Klay might actually have a night tonight. Luka, no one's gonna stop him on the Pacers either. My God, Pascal Siakam looks like the Pacers' best player. Halliburton don't even look that great. Miles Turner sucks. Pacers just suck, man. I'm on the Mavs. Easy pick for me. Raptors and the Nuggets is the next game, and it is a full fade for me. I'd be on the Nuggets, but the Raptors have balled your last couple games. It makes me nervous to fade them. Let me see what they do. This is not a shot at the Nuggets. Obviously, I think the Nuggets win. I was gonna lock the Nuggets, but the spot just kind of scares me. The price kind of scares me. The line only being 10 kind of scares me. So I'm gonna fade it. Next, 76ers and the Suns. Suns -7. I've laid the juice. I've laid the points with the Suns a lot. They have continued to pay me. Tonight they're versus 76ers, who I think they have an easy advantage on. And I just think the Suns are just, at this point, they're pretty much like, just bet them. Like, just whatever they give you, just take. The Suns look great. I'm on the Suns -7. Last game of the day, Spurs and the Clippers. Give me the Spurs +4, and I'm going to continue to fade. James Harden, because James Harden is the entire Clippers team. I'm not impressed by Norman Powell. I'm not impressed by Zubac. In fact, I think Zubac sucks and is weak as hell. He is, to me, he is so bad. I hate even watching him play. I get frustrated every time I watch him play because I'm like, what are you doing? They not hanging with Victor Wembanyama. They not hanging with Chris Paul. They not hanging with Keldon Johnson. They're not hanging with Jeremy Shogun. They're just not. The Spurs are just a better team. You're getting the better team who should win outright, and you're getting points with them. You have a whole Spurs team versus one James Harden. I'm going to continue to fade that dude. Give me the Spurs. So what are my actual plays that I locked for NBA? This is what I actually picked. I'm on the Bucks and the Cavs over 230. I'm on the Wizards plus 10. I'm on the Pistons plus 7.5. I'm on Peyton Pritchard under 3.5 assists. I'm on the Nets plus 5. De'Aaron Fox over 4.5 boards. Bulls minus 7.5 laying the points. Knicks minus 2 at minus 110 laying the points. Pelicans flat money line, freest play of the day probably in the Knicks. Pacers and Mavs under 236.5 minus 110. I'm on the Suns minus 7 at minus 112. I'm on the Spurs plus 4 with James Harden under 23.5 points. That's all my plays today, guys. Longer video. I needed to get out the hospital, get back to my rhythm. I get antsy when I ain't done business in a while, you know. 2 days of no work starts to get to me. I'm just that type of guy. I gotta be working. So I enjoy doing this video. I'm gonna get back to my responsibilities, go take care of my baby and my other baby. And yeah, let's get out here. Let's have a day. Let's get a bag. And let's crack these folks.